Is it finally okay to talk about The Force Awakens in public now?
Well, I don't see why we can't. It's been out for almost a month. Anyone that cares has already seen it or already had it spoiled for them. Sorry, Daniel.
Nowhere is safe.
I think you're good. Speak your mind. I'm just having some trouble dealing with the fact that Han and Princess Leia got a space divorce. This is still frozen.
It's like you didn't even see the movie. Do you remember what happened to them?
No, I saw what happened to them. It just doesn't make it any easier.
Han and Leia are Disney characters now. It was bound to happen.
Once Disney bought Star Wars, their fate was sealed. All Disney relationships are guaranteed to fail. I think you might have the wrong definition for happily ever after.
No, we don't. It's because Disney couples are so incompatible that there's no way any of them would last more than a year.
That's being generous. I mean, we see them when they first fall in love, and they're still in that honeymoon phase.
They're all hopped up on hormones and usually feeling the rush of just having saved each other's lives.
Well, we never see them deal with any real relationship problems, like arguing over money.
Or other things. And that's supposed to mean something, right?
You know.
Not picking up what you're putting down.
He means sex.
I was trying to be discreet because some people have a problem with my expressive and healthy sexual nature.
The sex lives of Disney characters seems like a weird topic to discuss.
And yet that's exactly what we're going to do. Take Beauty and the Beast, for example. On one side, we have Belle, who is a beauty, and on the other side, we have the Beast, who is a beast. Well, there's an excellent observation. It is, because Belle falls in love with the Beast while he's still ugly and hairy.
That's right. She's totally giving him the doomy eyes while they're out in the snow.
But isn't the point of that song supposed to show how love conquers all obstacles? Except for maybe Stockholm Syndrome. Unless love didn't have to conquer anything because Belle was just really into big hairy guys. Think about it. Gaston is the only man in town who goes after her. Well, it's not because she's too peculiar. It's because Gaston knows he's the closest thing to her MO in the entire village. And still she rejects him. Why? Every last inch of him's covered in hair, but he isn't hairy enough. Or ugly enough. And that's why Belle can look past Beast's aggression, but not Gaston's.
But the Beast is an animal. You can't tell me that Belle is so into hairy men that she'd want to have sex with some weird anthropomorphic buffalo dog. Dog? Is it a dog?
That's assuming that the Beast is an animal with animal genitals, when in fact he is a person who just is really beastly looking and has a lot of hair and also has horns. Exactly. I say under all that fur is a six-pack and a well-endowed male member.
You've thought about this a lot, huh?
So what's the problem? She falls in love with him, he turns into a handsome prince, and there it is. Because she isn't into handsome princes. Bingo! How many times are you gonna want your wife to tell you to put on the fur coat and snarl every time you want sex? 3 times.
Speaking of transformation problems, what about Ariel and Prince Eric?
Ooh, go on.
She has been a fish person her whole life?
Oh, easy there with the slurs. It's mer people.
Atlantean political correctness aside, she definitely didn't grow up learning about human sexual behavior, and as the resident expert at this table when it comes to human vaginas,
I wouldn't go that far.
It is already hard enough understanding vaginas when you actually have one. On her wedding night, she's gonna try to lay her eggs in the bed and then wait for Prince Eric to strut on over and fertilize them.
Ugh, come on. I wonder if that would work. I'm thinking no on that one.
Once Eric finally teaches her how things really work, who's to say she even enjoys the process?
The original story says that when she first walked on her human legs, it felt like there were daggers sticking into them. I can only imagine what that would make sex feel like.
They had sex one time, she got pregnant, had an excruciating childbirth, and then never again.
But in return to see Ariel and Eric have a kid, and they're still married 12 years later.
The direct-to-video sequel? Really?
Oh, you know I have a proven knowledge with these Disney direct-to-video sequels.
Being married with a kid makes you happy?
No way! They're just keeping up appearances.
And that's not even the worst Disney couple. No, that banana goes to Tarzan and Jane.
How do you figure?
Tarzan grew up thinking that he was a gorilla. He didn't even know what humans were until Jane and co showed up, and even then he had already reached adulthood.
And he realized that they were strangers like me. Wait, him. Yeah, strangers like him.
Yeah, but before that, he thought he was a gorilla, as did all of the other gorillas around him, and he had plenty of friends growing up. No one thought he was ugly.
Oh my god, I think I know where you're going with this.
Oh, when Tarzan hit puberty, he felt urges just like every other teenager did, and if he thought he was a gorilla, and the other gorillas thought he was a gorilla,
Yep, here it comes.
Tarzan got it on with a gorilla. Oh, probably many.
And there it is, everyone.
Who knows what gorilla STD he gave Jane?
Oh my god, Tarzan started AIDS.
Oh, this is getting really heavy, guys. I guess it all goes back to their first movie, Snow White.
Go on.
Does anyone else think that Michael is enjoying this conversation a little too much?
Prince Charming is a total necrophiliac.
Don't go on.
He didn't know that the kiss was going to bring her back to life, and he definitely didn't show any interest in her until he found out that the fairest one of all was dead and ripe for the post-mortem coitus picking. While we're still on Snow White, in the Disney Channel original movie, The Descendants, we see the kids of a lot of famous Disney characters.
You actually watched that?
Oh, come on, we are too deep in this to get judgmental now.
He's got a point. Sandwich is just lettuce.
In the movie, we see the kids of Cruella de Vil, the Evil Queen, Belle, and a lot of others, but there is one child in particular that is way more disturbing than any other. The son of Dopey.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Well, nothing's wrong with him, but it raises a really scary question. Who fucked Dopey?
You know, I think the people around us probably would have preferred to hear Star Wars spoilers.